Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And of course, the Kansas City Chiefs are the defending Super Bowl champions, and they did it without stellar wide receiver play last season. Gone from that team last season. Juju Smith-Schuster signed with the Patriots. Mecole Hardman signed with the New York Jets. Well, one guy who was a rookie last season didn't really show much his rookie season. That is Skyy Moore, was selected in the second round, 54th overall by the Chiefs in the 2022 NFL Draft. Finished his rookie season with just 22 catches for 250 yards, no touchdowns, three muffed punts. That might be what he's most remembered for until he did catch a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. Nice first career touchdown for him. 4-yard pass gave the Chiefs a 35-27 lead at the time. Well, Skyy Moore's stock seems to be rising. This is via CBS Sports here, written by Jeff Kerr, Chiefs training camp. Skyy Moore will get more opportunities on offense this season working with first team offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, of course, formerly the Chicago Bears head coach. And the Chiefs have big plans for Moore in 2023. So, goes on to say how I think growth within the system of being able to play fast because he, Moore, knows where to go. Nagy said to Chiefs reporters this week, he's had the talent last year, just learning the offense and now being able to transition to playing faster. Now he'll get more opportunities and I think he'll do well. Mentions that he only played 29% of the snaps last season. It's just very detailed. Moore said, Coach Reed wants you to be in a specific spot, in a specific alignment. So everything, it might not be as detailed as the offense you're coming from. So that's what probably makes it the most complicated. Mentioned how he's gotten all the work in first team 2 wide receiver sets since the start of training camp. So what is his fantasy stock right now? So this is via Fantasy Pros, which averages out a few different websites, average draft position. So right now we see Skyy Moore listed as the 53rd wide receiver. So on average, he's the 53rd receiver taken off the board. 9 spots ahead of him, Kadarius Toney, the top Chiefs. A lot of people expected Toney to be the number 1 wide receiver for the Chiefs this season, but it's honestly hard to rely on him to stay healthy. He's already hurt. He's questionable whether he'll be ready for week 1. Some other wide receivers ahead of him, couple rookies, Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers. They might not be a top 2 receiver on their respective teams. Elijah Moore traded to the Browns. Probably will battle with Donovan Peoples-Jones for that number 2 spot with Cleveland. Odell Beckham didn't even play at all last season. Jamison Williams only had 1 catch last season and suspended the first 6 games. Allen Lazard, yes, he's staying with Rodgers, but never was super productive even with Rodgers in Green Bay. Adam Thielen, whose numbers have been dropping over the past few seasons. So a lot of guys, Skyy Moore definitely has the potential to be ahead of. And again, you can't, it's not like Patrick Mahomes could throw the ball to Travis Kelce every single play. Targets are going to have to go to the wide receiver. And there's a decent chance Skyy Moore becomes the top wide receiver by targets for the Chiefs. As I mentioned, Toney's already hurt, not reliable to stay healthy. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I mean, if his breakout were to happen, it probably would have by now. He's played 5 seasons, 4 with Aaron Rodgers, 1 with Patrick Mahomes, never went over 700 yards in a season. Richie James did tie for the lead with the Giants in catches last season with Saquon Barkley, but not much hype surrounding him. Justin Ross, another guy who was hurt last year, who has been getting hype. But what are your thoughts? Are you buying this Skyy Moore hype? His last season with Western Michigan, albeit not a big-time school, but did have 95 catches for 1,292 yards and 10 scores in his final year, 2021, with Western Michigan. Do you think his average draft position should go up? He's a guy I'm going to look into for daily fantasy week 1. I'm sure his price point is very low. I actually did a short sharing my DraftKings week 1 team, but I may have to re-look into it and see what Skyy Moore's price is. I'm expecting him to be the Chiefs' #1 receiver this season. I'm not going to lie, but let me know your thoughts. Who do you think the Chiefs' #1 wide receiver will be? It's definitely not a sure thing. There's a few guys who possibly could do so. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.